Allegedly, Kim was found the day before and the day of her death, and then now she found in the bed dead from pneumonia. That just don't sound right, bro. That don't sound right at all.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother.
I need to know, do you think that Diddy Kim Porter?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because of all the videotapes, because of the book, because of all the people she gave copies of her book to, or at least chapters, because of everything that she had on him, because of the tape that she used to blackmail him into a relationship.
He said, the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent.
Things just took a turn because Albie sure is calling for Kim Porter's case to be reopened after Diddy's arrest. If you thought the drama surrounding Diddy was wild before, it's about to get even messier. Albie sure says there's more to Kim's death, and with Diddy behind bars, he's demanding answers. This case could unravel a lot more than anyone expected. Listen, Kim Porter's passing has always been surrounded by rumors and speculation, but Albie sure is saying there's unfinished business. With Diddy's arrest, he's asking authorities to dig deeper into what really happened. And trust me, the details he's bringing up are raising some serious eyebrows. Remember when Jaguar Wright started the buzz that Kim Porter's demise was somehow planned by the diddler?
Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. It's too many coincidences.
Kim Porter, the mother of Diddy's children, tragically passed away in 2018, and while it was ruled as pneumonia, Albie sure never bought that explanation. Now, with Diddy facing charges, he's urging investigators to take another look at her case, claiming there were things that never quite added up. You won't believe the allegations that are starting to surface.
Meanwhile, R&B singer Al B. Sure has taken to Instagram in a series of posts today calling for a number of things. Among them, a deeper investigation into the death of his former partner, Kim Porter.
And the story doesn't stop there. Al B. sure isn't the only one questioning the official narrative. As more details about Diddy's life come out, people are starting to wonder if there's more to Kim Porter's death than what was initially reported. This could change everything. And we're just getting started. Kim Porter, the mother of Diddy's children, tragically passed away in 2018 from what was declared as pneumonia. But her ex, Al B. Sure, isn't buying that story. As Stephen Smith stated earlier in this video, he recently took to Instagram claiming there's more to her death than meets the eye, calling it a tragic murder. Now, with Diddy facing serious legal charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking, Albie is pushing for a full investigation into Porter's death, raising questions about whether there's a deeper connection between these allegations and her untimely passing. A week after Diddy's arrest, Albie Sure came out swinging on Instagram, and y'all, he's not holding back. According to him, there's way more to Kim Porter's death than what we've been told. He's out here claiming her 2018 passing, which was officially blamed on lobar pneumonia, might have been a tragic murder. Yep, Al is suggesting there were some shady folks around Kim at the time, and get this, he's even hinting that Diddy's alleged sex trafficking mess might somehow be connected. In a 4-part post, Al shared some personal pics and pages from Kim's memoir. He's basically throwing side-eye at the whole situation and demanding an investigation. You gotta admit, he's making it sound like we've only scratched the surface. And with all the drama Diddy's already drowning in, this is just another log on the fire. Al went even deeper, claiming there's a whole group of people who worked around Kim Porter that conspired to block the release of her real memoir. Now, here's where it gets messy. Al says the book that's floating around right now, Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side by Jamal T. Millwood, is not the real deal. Apparently, this book includes some wild details about Diddy's infamous freak-offs and alleged orgies. But Al is calling it fabricated bullshit and offensive pages, saying it's straight up disrespectful to Kim's memory, and apparently this Millwood dude is supposedly a pseudonym for producer Chris Todd, who claims he got his hands on a thumb drive of Porter's writing, edited it, and published it. But even Todd is out here telling folks he can't 100% guarantee the authenticity of the book, so it's a whole lot of he said, she said, and Al is having none of it. He's standing firm that this so-called memoir is nothing but a messy cash grab.
Chris Todd goes on to tell Rolling Stone, maybe not 100% of the book is true, but maybe 80% is.
What?
He said that is to get those people to come forward and either corroborate or deny the claims, and that helps me as an investigator to know the truth. Chris Todd, what the F are you even talking about? Okay, don't try to make this some moral, righteous release as if you're putting this book out because you want people to corroborate or deny claims. A real investigator would take this book, and if there's something to be investigated, if there are leads to be had, then they would go and collect real evidence to build their case. Chris, you're just trying to make money.
Honestly, with all this back and forth, the situation just keeps getting more tangled.
Looks like everybody and their mama are returning this book, Kim's Lost Words, especially after Albie Shore came out and said it is calculated fiction. So after the Daily Mail came out with this exclusive, Kim's Lost Words, they also said in their article that they were not able to confirm or verify that this was actually Kim Porter's last word.
But that's not all. Al's been trying to expose this for years, and even claims he was medically silenced when he was ignored by authorities. In 2023, he fell into a coma, survived multiple organ failure, and had to undergo a liver transplant. He believes this was all part of a larger effort to stop him from revealing what Porter told him before she passed. He's been tagging law enforcement agencies in his posts for years, but says his warnings have been dismissed or ridiculed. According to Al, Porter was allegedly on the path to expose something major, similar to what Cassie Ventura did when she sued Diddy for years of abuse before reaching a settlement. He's drawing a connection between Porter's death and the fallout from Cassie's lawsuit, implying that Porter may have been silenced before she could take similar action. Diddy crossed all the boundaries, hiding the real truth. According to Al, he was cheating on Kim, and Kim didn't like his shady dealings.
When someone cheats and they have a child with someone else, that's my boundary. That's, for me, that's where I draw the line. And so with that happening, it made it a little easier to leave.
Now, I know y'all are eager to get into that book drama I mentioned earlier, so here's the lowdown. Albie Shore wasn't just calling out Diddy, but also took aim at a so-called memoir about Kim Porter, published by LA producer Chris Todd under the pseudonym Jamal T. Millwood. This 59-page book has caused a lot of noise, with claims about some wild details tied to Diddy's infamous parties. But according to Combs' attorney, Erica Wolf, this memoir is straight up fake. She called it a shameless attempt to profit from tragedy, and said it disrespects both Porter and her family. Kim Porter's tragic passing in 2018 shook everyone, especially with the mysterious circumstances surrounding it. At first, the coroner deferred her cause of death, before later attributing it to lobar pneumonia, a severe lung infection. This book, however, has tried to reignite the drama, but Porter's family and Combs' legal team aren't having any of it. Rolling Stone reported that the author, Chris Todd, who's also been going by the pen name Jamal T. Millwood, straight up admitted that he can't really guarantee whether the wild claims in the book are legit. He says he got his hands on a flash drive supposedly filled with Kim Porter's notes from 2 unnamed music industry sources. Now, that alone already raises some eyebrows, right? If you can't name names, how trustworthy is this info? The book, which has somehow managed to hit #1 in sales, is full of typos, factual inaccuracies, and some seriously bold claims involving big industry names. It's almost like it was slapped together in a rush just to stir the pot. Kimora Lee Simmons and LaWanda Lane, who were close friends of Porter, have outright said they have no idea who Todd even is. So, how did he get all this supposedly exclusive info? And let's be real for a second. Todd himself even told Rolling Stone that if someone held his feet to the fire and asked if the book is 100% real, he'd have to admit that he's not sure. In his words, maybe not 100% of the book is true, but maybe 80% is. I mean, talk about hedging your bets, right? That's like saying, well, some of it might be true, but the rest, who knows?
Alrighty, so there is a book right now. The book is called Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side. Allegedly a book that was co-written by Kim Porter, the ex of Diddy, who passed away. People are really trying to figure out if this book is real. I reached out to a source because, again, I'm like, how did they even put this up if you guys have been saying for a while that this is not a real thing? But the source that I reached out to told me that this is not true. Like, this book is not a thing from Kim Porter.
Albie Shore, meanwhile, keeps standing firm on his side of the story, saying that he and Porter were on good terms up until her death, and they were still talking just days before she passed. He wrapped up his posts by calling for justice and demanding that everyone involved in what he claims was a conspiracy against Porter should be held accountable. He's pushing for investigations, prosecutions, you name it. This man isn't letting it go. The call for justice surrounding Kim Porter's death continues to resonate, not just with her close family and friends, fans, but also with fans who honor her legacy. As more people push for transparency, public interest is growing, and so is the demand for accountability. I'll Be Sure's vocal claims about a cover-up have sparked more questions than answers, with many wondering if new investigations or evidence will surface. The situation underscores the complexities of having personal relationships in the public eye, where serious allegations, like the ones surrounding Porter's death, can easily reshape the narratives of those involved. Porter's children, however, have been very clear in refuting the existence of any memoir. In a statement they posted on Instagram, they wrote, "Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves." The statement continues, calling out anyone claiming to speak on Porter's behalf, saying they don't have her best interests at heart. Diddy's attorney, Erica Wolf, also doubled down, telling people that the so-called Amazon memoir is fake, offensive, and a shameless attempt to profit from tragedy. Porter's children, Christian, Jesse, Delilah, and Quincy, have reiterated that their mother died of natural causes, putting to rest any rumors of foul play. Their statement acknowledged the pain of losing their mother too soon, but stressed that the cause of her death has long been established. Porter's children, in their heartfelt statement, chose not to address the serious charges currently faced by Diddy, who is being held without bail. Instead, they focused on asking for peace and respect as they continue to cope with the overwhelming grief of losing their mother. They expressed sadness over how the world has turned their mother's passing into a public spectacle, stating, "We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives." The statement also highlighted the need to honor Porter's legacy for who she truly was, a beautiful, strong, and loving woman, while calling out the harmful conspiracy theories swirling around her death. They concluded by reminding the public that her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories, as the family continues to grieve privately. Now, I'll Be Sure had different thoughts on this as he called out his own kids for being brainwashed by the diddler. He posted an Instagram story in which we can see a clip where Diddy is adopting a white daughter. Also, we can see Al's son Quincy in the background. Also, the comment under this clip states, "Look at poor Stockholm victim Quincy in the background. Do you believe the family's request for peace will help calm the storm? Or is this just the beginning of an even bigger scandal?" Drop your thoughts in the comments, and while you're at it, check out our latest video to stay updated on everything going down.